Hello, my name is Amy Birchfield, and I'm one of the librarians at the Cleveland Marshall College of Law Library. In this short video, you'll learn how to search EDGAR filings on a variety of platforms. EDGAR stands for the Electronic Data Gathering, Analysis, and Retrieval System, and it's the database that collects the documents that companies are required to submit to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. All public domestic companies are required to file with the SEC, and their filings can be found on EDGAR. The vast majority of documents are filed electronically, and over 3,000 documents are filed with the SEC per day. As of November 2002, the SEC also required foreign companies and governments to file their documents via EDGAR. You might have need to search EDGAR for any number of different document types, and there are dozens of different types of filings. Some of the most common document types come up over and over again, and it's likely you might have to look for them at some point. These include 10-Ks, which are annual reports, 10-Qs, which are quarterly reports, 8-Ks, which are interim reports that announce corporate changes that happen between quarterly reports, or maybe 20-Fs, which register the securities of foreign private issuers. You can access EDGAR in a number of different ways. I'll show you EDGAR on the SEC website, Bloomberg Law, Westlaw Next, and Lexit Advance. Okay, let's start with the SEC website. As you can see, the basic search screen is pretty straightforward. You can search by company name, or to the right by ticker symbol, which is the symbol the company is traded under stock exchanges, or by the CIK number, which is the index number assigned to a company by the SEC. If you click on More Options, you get additional search options, including file number. Now let's do a simple company name search for Facebook, which became publicly traded in 2012. As you can see, we get a number of results that are organized by type of filing. The filings are listed from newest to oldest, and you have some filtering options here at the top. Say if you want to bring up all of the 8Ks, you can type in 8K, and you get a listing of all of the 8K reports. So the searching on EDGAR on the SEC website is pretty straightforward, and it has the advantage of being totally free. Now let's have a look at Bloomberg Law. You can find a link to the EDGAR search on the main page of the Bloomberg Law landing page. I'm here right on the page to begin with because I was having a slow internet connection this morning, so I wanted to not waste your time and be right here. But you'll find this EDGAR link right as you log on to Bloomberg. Under the All EDGAR tab here, you have many different search options. One thing that's nice about searching for forms is that over here on the right, you have a browse option. There are so many different types of SEC forms that it's practically impossible to remember them all. This browse feature helps a lot. Say, for example, I needed to find a form about a tender offer, but I had no idea what number that form is. So you can browse here on the right and then open up tender offers and see all of the various forms with their correct numbers here. Close that. Okay. And then also if you go over here to the Items tab, you have additional search fields for different types of forms, for company filer information, and submission information. And then finally, under the 10K risk factors, you have additional search features. If you have access to Bloomberg Law, I'd really recommend it for EDGAR searching. It's probably the best platform for this type of research that's available. Now let's have a look at Westlaw Next. You can access EDGAR under the Business Law Center here at the right. The Business Law Center is a search platform for all types of corporate law documents, and it's where you can directly search EDGAR filings. As you can see, you have a number of search options. One thing that's nice is that you can search specifically for one type of document. So say if you want to find the 10K filings for Facebook, you could come here under 10K and then scroll down under company name, type in Facebook, and do your search. And you will pull up all of the annual reports for Facebook, and there aren't that many because it's only been traded for a couple of years. Let's go back to the main search page. Okay. Another nice feature is the EDGAR precedent agreements, and you also have CEDAR agreements, which is the Canadian version of EDGAR. EDGAR precedent agreements gives you access to over 1 million business agreements with useful language, clauses, and provisions. You have search fields for examples for agreement title, clause title, defined term, and others. Because of its various search features and document field search capabilities, Westlaw Next is another great search platform for EDGAR filings. Finally, let's have a look at Lexit Advance. To access EDGAR filings on Lexit Advance, you can start typing EDGAR in the big box up at the top. And you'll have an option below to add SEC EDGAR filings as a source filter. Now, when you look under Filter, you can see, here we go. Now when you look under Filter, you can see the SEC EDGAR filings is your narrowed filter. One thing that's not as user-friendly about Lexit Advance for EDGAR searching is that Lexit Advance doesn't give you the various search options by document type or field. For example, there's no clear or easy way to search for, say, just the 10K filings. Say we search for Facebook up top. So this returns all of the EDGAR filings associated with the company. Over here on the left, in search within the results, I can type in 10K and narrow my search. But you can see from the results list that I get more than just 10K forms. So if you have the option of either using Bloomberg Law or Westlaw Next, I'd recommend choosing one of those databases over Lexit Advance for EDGAR searching. To recap, in this video, you learned about EDGAR filings and how to access them on the SEC website, on Bloomberg Law, on Westlaw Next, and on Lexit Advance.